We've yet to have
What
a week.
was off? I didn't hit no buttons down there.
What happened?
Al cannot have a flawless week. He's either cutting Dave off, hitting the sounds too early, not hitting them at all.
Go ahead and fire me.
All right. I reckon we try it again.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're live.
This ship sunk.
Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, where we make your gains feel natty and your excuses look small.
Nice.
Don't everybody say anything I want.
I was just letting that sink in, you know.
Giving it room to breathe.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. All right, well, we'll jump into it. Since no one else has got anything else to add.
Let's jump.
All right, you ready for the guest button? Today, we're shaking things up with a special guest who's not here to talk about lifting weights, but knows all about lifting spirits. He's a talented musician who spends more time with guitars and keyboards than barbells and dumbbells. While they may not crush PRs in the gym, they've mastered the art of crafting soundtracks. Welcome, Daniel Day.
Boo.
Killed it again.
I love it.
Quite generous.
I love that. I love every guest introductions. Daniel Day. Dee boom. Music's gone.
I just put my finger there and it just went off.
Dude, if I had a nickel for every time I said that exact phrase.
Knew where that was going.
Just the gravity surrounding Alan's
Got
finger.
a lot trigger pull.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome, Daniel.
Thanks. First time on a podcast, so
No, it's not.
yep, it is 100%.
You were on John Deloney's podcast.
Oh, that doesn't count.
That definitely counts.
That does not count. And we don't have to advertise that either. I don't want people trying to listen to
I think people
call
should
in on
listen
the
to it. I
John
think
Deloney
it's
show.
great. I don't remember what episode it was, or I would tell everybody. But it was very funny.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
My favorite part was it being a loaded question.
That's a rough listen.
Any who's or what, sir?
I mean, I'm on pins and needles here. I want to know.
It really wasn't that exciting. I was.
No. In fact, I don't think he'll want me to be back on. I wrote back into the show, and they didn't seem interested at all.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie though. I really thought y'all were kidding about sharing this step stool over here,
I
but
don't know. You feeling left out?
no, because I can reach the floor. Speaking of which, Daniel, can you reach the floor?
Yeah,
Floor reached.
yeah. I'm kind of slouched though. No, yeah, I'm still good.
Diffuse.
All right. Well,
Caleb measured these chairs for a giant.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a little more comfortable than they look.
Yeah. Surprisingly cozy.
I don't know why everybody says that. I thought they would look comfortable.
My sister's kids. So I made that chair to match these, so we'd have enough for a guest chair, and it was sitting out on the porch, and they had come over to the house and they were trying to sit it, and they're like, "Why is this chair so big?" And I was telling them that my friend Caleb had measured these chairs or whatever, and then when they met him, they're like, "Oh, no wonder the chairs are so tall."
Yeah, everybody here knows, but maybe our audience, our tens of listeners may not know. Daniel's my brother.
Yes.
We don't look it, but
No. We have a number of siblings, and we're the only full siblings, and we look the least alike.
that's true. Everybody always asks me how tall my brothers or my mom is. All of them are short.
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 I didn't know we were going to have a quandary about that.
I asked him, "Hey, how smart's your brother?" And he's like, "Ah."
That's usually what I go for. And they're like, "Hey, is that your brother?" Yeah, he's really big. And they're like, "Oh," and they ask me, "Is that your brother?" Like, he's really smart and really good at music. I just lift things. It's my only talent, really.
You know,
They don't say smart, do they? Do they say smart? They say I'm smart.
I say you're smart. I feel like I have to, though. You're a civil engineer, so I feel like it's kind of, if I say you're not smart and then they find out you're a civil engineer, that's usually not good.
It's I don't know.
I refuse to do my engineering in a civil manner, dude. I'm wild, son.
He's really good at music. Kind of dumb, though, when it comes to engineering. I wouldn't, I don't know what a civil engineer does, but I wouldn't let him do it.
Probably a lot of civil engineers that would say I'm dumb at civil engineering.
I'll fight him.
Civil engineering is like something a dictator would do, like as a social program.
Well, now is everybody's favorite part of the show where we go, "Hey, Dave, what's our icebreaker?"
Would you rather to feel like both your feet are asleep with pins and needles all the time, or every third step you take, that foot is choosing its own direction? So you've got like a weird limp gait, but everyone can see it, or you got to pretend to walk normal with both your feet feeling asleep all the time.
I'm going to say asleep because I can feel like,
I don't know, man.
well, if I'm thinking to like Alan PRing on deadlift earlier and he had to take a few steps, imagine you take 3 steps while you're trying to situate a deadlift.
and one,
It could be
and one
fun.
of your feet just picks its own direction.
and it decides it's going to take a hard right. Like,
But think about it. If you ever like you sit on the commode for a while, watch some YouTube, you're like, okay, I know my legs are going to go to sleep. So if I just make it to the sink, I can lean on the sink, wash my hands, and my feet get back, but you don't quite make it all the way. Like, you might as well be crawling. You know what I mean? I feel like that could be way more debilitating than just a random step every now and again.
man, you ever get locked in on a YouTube video on the toilet and you're trying to do everything to not let your feet fall asleep?
I usually drape them over into the tub,
That's what I do. I'm usually like this in the bathtub, depending on which one's asleep.
or I just use the tub to begin with.
Yeah.
I tried that. My wife was not happy about it. That's like that one TikTok of that woman. She said, "All right, we all know that people pee in the shower, but how do you get your poop down the shower? Like, you just like mash it down?"
If they didn't want you to shit in the shower, they wouldn't have made shower curtains machine washable.
Your shower curtain's machine washable?
It worked. It's been washed in a machine, so. I think technically cats are machine washable too.
Washable?
Yeah. Words are hard.
Yeah.
This is not a good day for us.
I'm going back home, going to bed.
No, you're not.
I'll pretend I'm going to the whole drive home though.
Oh, you're going to tell us you're going to go home and go to bed? Probably going to tell Jessica you're going to go home and go to bed? But then,
I wholeheartedly plan on going home and going to bed.
but you won't. No. I know for a fact, by the time you get home, I'm going to get a text, "Hey, I'm hopping on. You want to be on Discord?" About a 90% chance that happens.
No, I don't know. I'm kind of sleepy. Take a little nap at least.
You're going to, on your drive home, you're going to be thinking of all the different tactics you can apply to your...
I've been thinking about it all morning.
See?
Yeah. I've got a question about the icebreaker.
Break it.
So
I forgot we had one of those already.
the foot that takes a random, like how extreme is this random direction?
It's totally random. Like, it might be a subtle, just a little back step. It might continue the direction you're going. It could be a broad step to the right. It could be over to the left. Completely
That's what I'm
random
saying.
severity also.
I mean, that sounds dangerous.
That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't
You're
enter
walking
many
along-
foot races.
You're walking along the sidewalk, step out in front of traffic inadvertently, I don't know.
I'm definitely going to have to
slow
go
down a little.
I'm going with the feet asleep. I'm going to have to.
But, I mean, you have to slow down a little with your feet asleep, too. Try to run with your feet asleep. You're eating shit.
That
But
makes
you got a
me
chance
think,
to get away from stuff if
have
you
you
take a
ever
random step.
have you ever
Every
seen,
third step?
Yeah,
You're going, at most, you make it 6 steps.
But I mean, mathematically, random, right? Truly random. You've got 360 degrees of possibility here and a broad range of length. Like,
You're right.
a lot of times that step's not going to be that bad. Sometimes it's going to be horrible.
You're
but
right.
I mean,
If I need to run away
It's on a
from,
bell curve. You know what I mean?
let's say a bear. Let's say I'm running from a bear, which I mean, already I'm not going to win.
Up on one foot.
But,
It's not asleep.
you should never run from a bear.
okay, just follow me here for a second.
You got to turn and fight it.
You got to
Okay,
ride it.
let's run from an alligator. Jesus Christ.
Why? I'm just saying.
They're actually supposed to hopscotch away from them. It's a
So the third step, does it? So if you're on the same foot, it doesn't. There's not a.
That's a
third
good
step
point.
that
Is it
changes
a
your-
certain leg that's every third
no.
step?
It's some kind of Howard Hughes type disorder you have that's uncontrollable.
I'm still going with the feet asleep because if I need to run straight, if I'm running from anything chasing me.
When's the last time you ran?
Yeah, let's just say.
Why has this been a topic of discussion this week? This is about the third time people have told me they want to see me run this week.
I'm just saying, how often do you have to run away from things?
I don't know, but the time I need to, it's going to be right after I get diagnosed with whatever the heck this is.
So you're thinking, okay, I got to run from something. Every third step's random. Okay, now I think both my feet are asleep. I got to run from something. It's not much more successful.
You can adapt to that.
I don't know, man.
I dealt with that for about 6 months of walking with both feet up. No.
Look at it. See? It's probably just because you didn't have your.
I don't know, man.
Probably just got to get your heart chakras open, and then you won't have that problem no more.
Made me think of Monty Python. Have you ever seen it? Monty Python and the Ministry of Funny Walks.
Oh yeah, silly walks.
Yeah, silly walks. Yeah, made me think of that. I mean, you could apply for that.
Oh, 110%.
But either way, what I'm saying is though, if you're running from anything, you've got, like you said, you got 360 degrees, and only one of those is a correct option. So that means you've got 359 other options that are not very good.
But you've got some that are still workable.
Yeah.
They're just less optimal.
You got 180 degrees worth of range that, based on distance, is okay as long as you're not stepping too far in one direction.
There's a possibility you're going back at what you're
That's
doing.
what I'm saying.
There is a chance.
You've got more options to go the wrong way.
It ain't gambling if you win every time.
I don't want to gamble. You think I've ever been to Vegas? No.
I was just thinking when I was a little kid, I took karate, and we did this.
God, he's done everything.
What haven't you done?
That's what I'm saying. See?
Oh, I don't,
Finally, someone's on my side.
well, I don't know. Have I done that many things? But we did.
Who
this,
hasn't he done? Hey,
It's early.
what do you find out as New Year's resolution?
Can't wait.
But we did this demo in the mall, and we're all sitting there, like.
Next question. What have you not done in the mall?
Who is he not done in the mall?
Hey.
All right, sorry.
No, but so we're sitting there cross-legged while we're waiting our turn. Both of my feet fall asleep while we're sitting there, and like I've got to get up and do like a kata,
Rex Kwando.
Yeah, and that was I had to, and so I tried to stand up, and I couldn't. Like both legs were just dead, and I couldn't stand up. I had to like crawl up to, to where the thing was, and, like shaking my legs out to try to get it. So I mean that was pretty bad,
Okay, so yeah, I guess the feet tingles. Is it like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you've slept on your arm wrong and you like can't move it?
Yeah, it's like perpetually the most extreme tingly from mid ankle down.
Okay, well that changes things.
Yeah, because like that's even uncomfortable when you're sitting still.
Well, that's more than uncomfortable. Like whenever I've done that, and I woke up, my whole arm is like,
Dog comes by, bumps your foot, feels terrible.
Because like I woke up, like sleeping on my arm all weird, and I can't move it. Like I have to use my other arm to
You're
move
asleep.
it.
You shift a little bit, your feet feel tingly, it wakes you up. I'm telling you, the odd third step is the way to go.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I've dealt with the others, so.
I don't know. I'm having trouble. I think the third step might be the way to go.
I don't know. Is there a trial phase? Like, can I try?
Yeah,
Can I do like one leg does the third step and one leg is tingly?
Oh, I don't know
Did you see the lady that claimed to have some kind of neurological disease nobody could solve, that like she could walk okay as long as she walked backwards? When she walked forward, she lost all control of her body. Did you ever see that? Like, it was like months where like news reporters were taking her seriously and trying to interview her, and then somebody found out that she was a fraud. And everybody was like, oh, wait, we're so dumb. But like literally, she'd walk backwards and be like, it's fine backwards. But walking forward, she would stutter and like go to ape shit.
That's like this dude I was in the Air Force with.
So funny.
He got deployed, got sent home early because he said he had some autoimmune disease. He was like a medical mystery they couldn't figure out. And it was because whenever sunlight would hit his eyes would squint.
You'll have that.
I'm dead serious. I'm not making this up. So he got sent home early.
I bet he was enlisted.
Yeah, he got sent home early, and they put him in like a little office job just because he can't go outside, and our job is outside. And so every time he'd walk outside, he'd come back in. And he'd be like that for 5-10 minutes after he walked in. I was like, is this a joke?
Wow.
And Jerry, if you're listening to this, I'm calling you out.
Oh, Jerry.
He lives in Texas, I think. No, R.I.P.
talking about the lady that can walk back. Have you seen the video? They've got a bike that
You know, it's Smarter Every Day where it turns opposite.
it turns off, and these
I've seen that.
people
Yeah.
trying to learn how to ride it.
It's like impossible.
Yeah.
But he's gotten really good at it because he said he does demos all around the country, and now he had to like relearn how to ride a normal bike because it like rewired his brain. Yeah, he's had some people like engineer. He put like a gear system in the front of a bicycle, so when he turns left, the front wheel turns right, and like your brain like does not comprehend it for a while.
No, that
Then
sounds terrible.
Yeah, he taught himself to do it. Now he can't ride a normal bike anymore.
That's like one time I turned my controls on a video game and turned it on inverted. Never again. Yeah.
But think about
Might do
this.
for flight
Settings
games.
to-
Yeah.
But think about this though, because your body, you're instinctively trying to balance, and so you're turning this way, and your body's used to counterbalancing a certain way, and the bike is that'd be so.
That's actually what I was thinking of, because whenever you like a motorcycle, they teach
Yeah, you
to turn this
countersteer.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so trippy.
I wouldn't do it.
I
I'd fall.
wanted to try it. Like, I mean, I know I'd crash. but
I'd try a unicycle before I'd try that.
Funny story. Vehicle free day on the loop road. There's a guy, just unicycle made me think. There's a guy that rode the entire 11-mile loop road on a unicycle.
We did take some razor scooters down there.
Yeah,
I bet that's impressive considering a lot of the hills that are there.
yeah. Now I don't know if he walked it down those hills. I mean, hopefully he didn't.
In my head, he didn't.
Yeah. In my head, he didn't either. He rode it the whole way. But, yeah, how do you do? Sorry. I mean, but what I want to know is how do you get good enough on a unicycle that you think, yeah, I'm gonna go ride the loop road on it?
How do you?
It was his
like,
first time riding one, I bet.
I want to know how you get rid of enough pride to even try to get good at a unicycle.
There was another guy in the Air Force with. He'd be out in the parking lot with his unicycle all the time. He would ride that thing to the store and the gas station and stuff from the dorms all the time. He was just getting after it.
He's a deserter. Watch him.
Yeah.
He's weird. He was also the first one to get a
What was your
hoverboard.
first hint that he was weird? The unicycle?
No. No, I developed a theory in the military that is you can tell how weird someone is based off how weird their last name is. And the fact his last name was Hahn, it's given. He's weird.
I realized that everybody from Iowa is weird.
I don't disagree, but it's Iowa.
I don't think Iowa actually exists. I don't know if I've actually met someone from Iowa that's believable. You know what I mean?
I've met a couple of people, but they're so weird. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that they're from Iowa.
So it
I
tracks.
was about to say, I don't know. I kind of believe they're from Iowa if they're that weird.
I'm not sure if I know anybody from Iowa.
Yeah.
Never met
Never
a
been
normal-
through Iowa or don't know anybody from Iowa. It's a psyop.
Yeah.
That was like whenever I met someone from Rhode Island.
If you're listening,
Like,
and
man,
you're from Iowa, comment.
56 sounds better than like 43 or something. I think a couple of them are made up.
Yeah, but that's like that dude is from Rhode Island. It's like I didn't know people were from Rhode Island.
I had a football coach in college from Rhode Island, and he was hilarious.
That was this dude too. He was a cool dude. It was
It's probably the
just
same guy, the one guy from Rhode Island.
The one
it was the
dude,
same.
Jim Pavo, is that his name?
How did you know him? I'm just kidding. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy P. Yeah.
We called him JP, but yeah.
Yeah. He started every sentence with "da,
Oh, it sounds like my papa is a Baptist pastor.
da." You guys.
He ended every sentence with that. I was in
Thank you.
in high school. We did a production of The Music Man, and whenever I think of Iowa, I always think of this one of the songs in it that has like a list of like a bunch of names of from Iowa, and I've never forgotten it. So and he goes Dubuque, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Keokuk, Ames, and Clear Lake. I don't know why, but I've always remembered.
See, he's smart.
Wow.
I told you he's smart.
No, there's just weird things that you remember.
Weird things I remember are much weirder than that.
I got some weird ones right around.
We know, Dave.
That's Patreon only material there.
I don't think Dave's thoughts are even allowed on the internet.
They went on The Office, Creed Thoughts. I opened up a notepad and told him it was his blog. Even for the internet, it's kind of shocking.
Word document. He just
/Creed Thoughts. What do you say? The whole thing was like creedthoughts.com #/ Creed Thoughts HTTP concrete thoughts. A little.
See what I mean? See, way weirder than your Iowa names.
Also got the last four of his social.
That's different, though. How else do they use my PayPal?
And is it really PayPal if your pals can't use it? You know what I mean?
Hey,
Because then it's just pay alone. You know?
Mm-hmm.
that's a good point.
Will Ferrell's single-handedly saving the PayPal industry. You see those commercials?
No.
Yeah, they're pretty annoying. I don't watch much TV, but I hear Will Ferrell all the time coming from the living room because my wife leaves the TV on, and he's on all kinds of commercials right now. A lot of them are for PayPal. So not doing good.
Kind of like us right now. We've got a lot of material.
Well, the difference is ours doesn't suck right now.
I'm starting an internet beef with Will Ferrell.
I'm in. Him and Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's in Russia, though.
And Danny McBride.
What's wrong with Danny McBride?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just
I was like, damn, McBride's cool.
We will drive to Charleston
Yeah.
if you'll meet us.
there's nothing wrong with Danny McBride. I just feel like we need a third person
Just
for.
feel like calling him out.
I feel like we need a third person for our beef. So
He's buddies with
Will
Sturgill
Ferrell.
Simpson.
People say that Will Ferrell is just so funny, and he's like the funniest person that people know. I don't really agree. I don't think he's that funny.
No. I
He's
think
funny
John
with-
C. Reilly carried a lot of the movies that were really funny that he was in the day, like Talladega Nights and stuff. I don't think John C. Reilly gets enough credit.
I think Will Ferrell is funny the first few times you see him, because after that you've seen him.
Yeah.
Everything's the same. Like whenever he's in The Office, I've never hated a character more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Didn't
harsh.
last
I
long
have
either.
definitely hated characters more. But yeah, he was not good. I mean, even though he could juggle without looking, that was impressive. But
I put that with riding a unicycle.
Yeah.
well, that was the thing. He didn't have his juggling balls, so he was juggling invisible balls. He was just literally like this.
So I watch a lot of on the internet people at their lowest. I got a lot of police body cam footage and stuff like that. You know? And one of them, I saw these people getting arrested at a Ren fair because they wouldn't just leave. And they were making a scene, and the guy was pissed off. I was just trying to learn to juggle. They're mad that I can juggle. And the guy was hollering about juggling while he's getting a police escort out of this Ren fair in handcuffs. And it's one of my favorite things. And his girlfriend's like corroborating the whole story. Yeah, they're just mad at him because he can juggle.
I got kicked out of a Ren fair for juggling, but I mean, who has?
He was juggling children.
No, he's juggling moms.
Oh,
Juggling ovaries.
Oh, that did it. That
his own brother. His own brother.
Be your own sometimes, dog.
So, Daniel, do you always suck or just right now?
Beat his ass, Daniel.
Yeah.
There's no way he can whoop all of us.
I know that's the benefit to being the bigger one. None of my brothers have whooped me.
I think
Well,
I'm the
yeah,
most
and all
whoopable brother,
I do agree with that. Daniel is the most whoopable.
You don't have to take that,
including
Daniel.
our sisters too. I think I'm the most.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
The big difference between Daniel and our youngest brother, other than age, is Daniel will cry immediately, and my youngest brother will let me make him pass out before he taps out.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Our though,
I don't care that much.
I think it was at Daniel's basic training graduation, me and my youngest brother in the hotel room wrestling, and I'd got him rear naked choke over.
It was just a rear choke, but they weren't wearing any clothes.
Yeah. but I mean, it was over. It was locked in. His face was turning blue, and I was like, tap. And he was like going out. Mom knows all the pressure points, and she's not afraid to use them. So she immediately runs up and shoves her thumb behind my ear. Ended that fight, and he fell down. I was like, I was like, why didn't you tap? He's like, I wasn't gonna lose.
Well, you still lost.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, that's what I don't understand. Like UFC fighters, they're in an arm bar.
Mm-hmm.
Tap. Why let them? Why let them break your arm?
As soon as he breaks his thing, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. I mean, once they break your arm, they're going to stop the fight.
My only thought would be that
And
they're.
once he breaks this, I'm smacking the shit out of him with it.
So now you've lost and your arm's broken. Why
My
not?
only thought is that they're trying to test their resolve. Like, are you going to break it, or are you just going to hold this until time runs out?
Because I'm going to break it.
Right, but I guess-
mean, because
They're going to hope that you won't. There are some people that are too afraid to break it. They don't want to break other people's bones. I would imagine if you're in UFC, those are few and far between.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
Looking at a $5 million difference.
Yeah,
I'm
Why
breaking it.
Joe Rogan got out of fighting?
I don't know.
He was in a competition and he
He
actually hurt
broke someone's
somebody, and
ribs or
then he's
something.
like, "I'm done."
Oh yeah.
What if you
walked
kick
away
like Joe Rogan? Yeah, I'm sure you did break
I
somebody's
think that's
ribs.
why he got away from.
Oh, it's probably somebody's shins. He's really short.
Okay, I was like, what are we going for here? Like,
I was
beef with Joe Rogan.
I was thinking of like Anderson Silva when he broke his
yeah.
leg on doing the leg kick.
McGregor did the same thing.
yeah.
And Rogan interviewed him. His legs and they're broken.
Dude, one of my favorite memes of the freaking election was when they had photoshopped Kamala over Conor McGregor, and Rogan was leaned over the microphone. Sometimes I still giggle about that. Now's one of those times.
So, Daniel, have you ever done yoga?
No.
We did once. I feel like I'm going to hell for it.
Yeah, not on purpose. I don't think I've. The Lord doesn't like it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Is it more that Eastern medicine?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like all the voodoo shit you guys got me doing on this podcast.
What was the
I'm telling Blake.
I was a good Christian girl.
What was the question that you had asked Blake about Eastern medicine?
It wasn't me. It was one of our listeners on Twitter.
From Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. They go to Myrtle Beach on vacation, but they're still a little leery about Eastern medication.
Oh God!
I don't know. I enjoyed the class.
Actually, we know you did.
Was it class?
Yeah, we like actual took a yoga course.
Yeah, there's a local yoga studio that put on a session for strongmen.
And it only cost you eternal salvation.
I don't remember that.
It was on the door.
I was about to say, did we go in different classes?
It was specifically for strongmen.
Yeah,
She used the word chi or chakra one, and I knew then. I was, uh-oh.
one of our friends, Josh Steppe, his mom runs it, and so she invited us all to come on. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
It was way better. I mean, we've made fun of yoga before, but it was actually nice. I liked
Yeah, that's
it.
what I told Jessica. I was like, it was nice. I was dreading it, but it was like a nice break in the middle of the day, actually.
Yep. We were up there and
Good time.
we're all stretching out. The first thing I seen was Holland is right in front of me, and we're leaning back on our feet, stretching out our feet and stuff. And Holland looks back at me and goes,
You're supposed to lift your knees off the ground, right? Caleb's knees were like barely off of the
"Okay."
mat.
To be fair, I thought I was doing really well. Okay, because I was like bounced to my feet, knees are off the ground. I'm leaning back. I was like, I'm crushing this. And then I realized I'm just leaning back, but my knees are only this far off the ground.
Yeah. Mine are like this high in the air, and I'm like, oh yeah, I am the most flexible person in here. I'm winning yoga.
Yeah,
It was my benchmark also, because after that, they told us to move to one. It was like, use the block if you need to. So I was rotating. I seen him grab the block. I was like, oh, no block for me. I got him.
That's right.
I did learn quickly, though, do not watch everybody else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you look kind of dumb. I watched Alan, and I didn't understand what they were saying to us at one point. They were talking about like creating a hole and putting your arm through this way and then twisting around. And I was lost as a ball in high weed. And I look over at Alan, I was like, and he's got his arm like plumb up like this over on his side. I was like, okay. Put my arm up. I'm all twisted. I was like, okay, I feel a stretch. And then she comes over and immediately puts my arm down behind me. I was like, that was wrong.
That's like, we were doing that, where we're rolled over and you're trying to lay this shoulder on the ground.
Yeah.
And they came and just propped some stuff up under my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I looked over and Brandon's arm was flat on the ground. And I was like, oh, no, And I kicked all that stuff out of the way. And I was like, I'm getting mine on the – I was like, I'm not going to let him beat me at yoga.
I impaled myself on one of those blocks to avoid using extra help. The last one we did where you're supposed to go limp over the thing. She was like, do you want something on your head? I was like, knock it, cope.
Oh, I know. I think I've got it on video
I was dying, son.
because I was just about to lay down on that block. I forget what that one's called, like planked fish or something. I don't know. Either way,
Something fish.
Smoked salmon.
you had to like lay on this block and then
Canned
like
fish.
let everything relax around it.
Reminds me.
And I looked down and Dave is just like fully on this block head just.
I had to lift my head up to swallow.
But Keela was in there videoing for us, and I pointed at her and I went, because it was cracking me up. And then Holland fell asleep at least 3
That was during the
times.
meditation.
Yeah. So then the last part,
Got it. Meditation.
Was probably my favorite part, actually.
yeah, you're supposed to. You're laying there on the mat, flat on your back, and they're walking through like they're isolating like a body part, like your eyes and your nose and your tongue. Like you're supposed to like pick a body part and then relax it, move to another one, relax, blah blah blah.
How did you hear all that the whole time you were asleep?
Well, that's just the first part. By the time they got to like the right shoulder, I was out.
Oh, you could hear him. You could hear him loud as could be.
Then at the end, she goes, "How's everybody feel?" You hear Holland go, "Great."
How does it feel like whenever you guys were in the zone and meditating that Caleb was probably just watching?
I was only watching Holland.
Yeah.
My ADHD had already kicked in. Like once we got to the guided meditation part, I was just like staring at the ceiling, looking around, like, "All right, when's this?"
Yeah.
That's because I was cracking. I was on the verge of asleep, and then I heard someone else asleep, Holland.
Yeah.
And I just knew it was Dave. Because Dave was like right at my feet, and we're in a small room, so you really can't pinpoint where sound is coming from. So I was like, it's got to be Dave. And it was cracking me up, and I'm like, Dave's wife is right next to him, so I'm laying like this, just like peeking down, waiting to see Jessica elbowing. It never happened because it wasn't him.
It was me. I was like, yeah, I won that part too. I got more relaxed than anybody.
And then whenever we left, he said, yeah, one of the other times I fell asleep, and we all went, how many times did you fall asleep? There were at least 34.
They had those fancy heaters. It was nice.
It was
warm.
nice.
The blanket smelled all citrusy.
Yeah.
They had like the infrared heat
Yeah.
going, It was.
The only part I didn't like,
It was surprisingly relaxing.
Yeah, the only part I didn't like, which was nothing in their control, was at that like the last 5 minutes of that relaxation part. The sun was dead through the window in my face. Like, I'm pretty sure I got sunburnt on my face.
I didn't even notice.
We know you did.
I didn't even notice.
Evolve.
I think it was Evolve.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
in
Evolve.
the old Severe Heights church building with Crafty Bastard, all that stuff. Go check them out.
Really good.
Podcast. Yeah,
Yeah.
really cool.
A lot of fun. I know we went into it mostly thinking we're going to get content. It's going to be funny to watch how unflexible we are. And I don't think we were. I know
Me and
she
Holland got
recorded
there
some.
and killed it.
We didn't record a whole lot of content because it was actually pretty nice.
Yeah, and she geared it towards
Yep.
us. So I mean, there wasn't any crazy, stand on your head poses and stuff that we had.
We didn't do the downward dog. I was really looking forward to seeing
I was
Holland.
hoping to bust out a back bend.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that part of the show?
Oh man.
All right,
Hit
boys.
the music.
Pants versus skins. Let's go.
Hold that, Caleb.
Every time I turned my head, this cord was hitting a zipper and vibrating these headphones. It's bugging the crap out of me.
Oh no. Can I borrow that jacket?
Unrelated.
But no.
Did you get that at Penny's?
Yeah, yoga was awesome.
Yoga was really good.
I recommend it.
I'm a certified yogurt now, dude.
Every once in a while, they'd come back and like massage your shoulders. Oh man, I was like, oh.
My favorite part was when they come up to you and hit your forehead and went, Simba.
Yeah, I forgot Rafiki was in there.
That was immediately what I thought. I felt that thumb on my forehead. I was like, oh, yeah. Just can't wait to be king, boys.
You're like, all right, bringing this up when we talk about it on podcast.
I thought of another time I was on a podcast.
Oh man,
Good, because I was just thinking of a question to ask you.
Yeah. I called you on FaceTime whenever I was trying.
Oh, yeah. You were on one of our Dungeons and D-Ball.
Yeah. And you said you'd take it out, but
I didn't. Listen, those episodes are really long. It takes a long time to edit them. So eventually I just go and upload.
So what he means is they're really long and he takes no time to edit.
Yeah. I've gotten it down now, boys. I'm really good at it.
need to hire a new editor.
You're telling me, boys. As soon as we bring in some money,
Any
but
money?
you know how we can make some money?
How's that?
We got ads.
We do.
Let me see that stuff, homie. Oh, God.
There it goes. Bounced it off the camera.
Last time he beamed it at my forehead.
Nice catch, Caleb.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He actually got it through the camera.
Until he
He
tried to
didn't.
catch
He
it.
hit the camera.
Well,
I mean,
it just barely.
yeah.
When it got through.
It
You
just
missed
Hey,
it
Your
just
catch
nicked
was
it.
way
If
worse
it
than the
touches your
throw.
hands, you should catch
That's
it.
true.
You know how many tip passes Brett Favre had?
Holy
Nobody cares.
Listen, no
Did it
one,
hit the receiver's hands?
literally no one's ever worried about tips.
Like in this situation, you're the one that's fired. It hit your hands.
Yeah.
It hit your hands. You should have caught
You're on the bench.
Hey, hold your hands up.
These don't drop, dude. First ballot Hall of Fame.
Whoa. Any hooser, what's her ads?
GNC.
Ew, no, don't say those letters. This is NutraFit.
LGBT.
No.
Oh.
Anyways, NutraFit.
Oh, we were just hollering out letters.
Yeah.
You guys already know what Regenesis is, but you can get your pre-workout. You can get your protein, creatine.
Feel it coming in the air tonight. Regenesis.
Ew.
I mean, that wasn't Genesis, but it's Phil Collins. Whatever, dude. Keep going.
Yeah.
Any hooser, what's her? Use code CalebCDay. Get any supplement you need. That is legal. And you'll be set.
Something ain't.
Okay. Then we also have another one.
My catch was way better. See that?
Hold your hands up.
So, Zone smelling salts. Really, really recommend these. These, we all have.
Oh, yeah.
We all have a an urn full of smelling salts.
I wish I'd had you bring yours in. Mine are a little dim.
Oh yeah,
And this morning, too.
yeah. Use them this morning. Well, use them every workout. But yeah, Zone smelling salts.
Just-
This is the
just for
bear down version. They have a bunch of different strengths and scents. Some with mint, some with what are they? They've got one with vanilla.
I think so.
Yeah, all kinds of them. Go to Zone Smelling Salts, use code TIPP, and get a discount.
They got cool names on all their shit, too. Like all their scents and all that crap. Like I saw one that was like Gorilla Gooch or something.
What?
Huh?
There it is.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
Maybe they're not as died down as.
Oh, I got a big nostril full of that. I was,
12 inches, Dave.
you know, that's 14.
What's that movie with that? Now I've forgotten that actor's name, but that guy that gets put on the. It's with Robert Downey Jr. and that guy that gets Zach Galifianakis.
Due date.
Due date. Yeah, and he accidentally. He goes to that first house and he thinks that his dad's ashes are coffee.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
What kind of coffee is this? Smells weird or tastes weird?
Isn't that the one where he's like, Dad died peacefully in his sleep. All of his friends died from the back seat screaming for him to wake up.
It turns out I wasn't injured because my body went limp.
What's that noise? What noise? Never mind, it stopped. No, that noise. Oh, it's just me masturbating.
I have to do it before I go to sleep.
And the dog's doing it too.
Oh God. What would you think?
It was
Gorilla
pretty
Gooch.
mild. Because I think I've had some stronger ones.
I think you used these before.
Yeah, is that the ones that you brought to
Yeah.
the golf course? Yeah.
It was the same one, just a few
Yeah,
months old.
We need some.
We even bring smelling salts to the golf course.
Buddy, if your drives if you start hitting a mean slice, get you a nostril full of that bad boy.
Make it meaner.
It'll straighten you right out. You'll hit it real far, wrong direction.
Hey.
It'd be like that third step deal. You don't know where it's going to go, but it's going.
Yep.
May even go backwards. I've done that before. Actually, that's true. In high school, I found a dent on my driver, but it was on the backside of the driver. No idea how it got there. I mean, I have an idea.
Have you used that new Sure Thing Club they got at Topgolf yet?
No.
Yeah, Topgolf has a driver that's a proprietary design, and like they're kicking around the idea of selling it. There's been like YouTubers have got a hold of a couple of that they used on a course to be like see if it's cheating or not. But they have them now at Topgolf, and it's shaped like a driver with like a really weird angle on it, and like you barely have to hit it. And it's straight and 100 yards. It's really freaking sick.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I'm buying one of
it's
those.
pretty freaking cool.
And they had these things. I think me and Caleb talked about it before, but you put like a CO2 cartridge in it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to swing it. You just hold it and push a button, and it shoots.
Yeah, and it has ranges on it. You can set the distance you want to hit it. I think it goes up to like 240 or something.
Was it on Caddyshack 2? You had a shotgun shell. He's like, what's your driver? 12 gauge.
That's what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds like a gunshot going off. It's, like, pew. It's kind of like those golf balls that explode.
Yeah.
I want to try some of
You
those.
seen those broadheads that have shotgun shells on the end of them? They're not super reliable. Like I've watched guys test them, and like only like 3 out of 5 went off. But they're like they've got a firing pin in the back, so when you hit the hide, it's enough impact to hit the firing pin, and it shoots the shell point blank.
My question is, why would you want to do that? I would rather just use a shotgun.
That's the true thing. It's just like a funky driver.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I'd swing it.
But yeah, like I was like little quarter swing, just pushing through 100 yards straight. Like it's pretty freaking wild. My wife was using it, and she doesn't play golf at all. Was hitting pretty decent, and she was like, "I'm gonna use one of the other ones," and went to a regular driver, and it just rolled off the thing. She was like, "I don't like that one." I was like, "Yeah, that's the difference in club. Like it's nuts."
I don't want to use one because with the regular driver, if I hit it straight enough, I can hit the back of the net.
Oh, this one you'll be crushing it. Like it's cake, dude.
Unrelated. Y'all want to go to Topgolf after this?
Yeah, kinda.
It's called the Sure Thing. And it's freaking huge.
Wow.
It's really hard to miss with it. And like I said, instead of it being flush, it's angled back about like that.
It's got a wide back.
Oh yeah, real wide back. I don't know
Caleb,
if I'm used to wielding it.
Caleb wouldn't know anything
Hey,
about
put
that.
your hands up, Alan.
He usually hits with an iron, but he turns it long ways.
Yeah, I only use left-handed clubs, but I'm right-handed, so.
I'll use backhanded clubs.
Well, that's like last time we were at Top Golf, Alan was hitting better right-handed until he got him some left-handed clubs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No, I tried left-handed clubs, and I hit worse left-handed than I did with the
Yeah.
right-handed club.
That's what you get for being wrong-handed.
When I right-handed, I was actually concentrating on hitting it. For left-handed, I was just trying to kill it. So.
I'm surprised you can get a check for being left-handed. They give out checks for a lot of weird stuff. And left-handed is like a pretty small portion of the population. You know what I mean? Like there's probably less of them than our Cherokee alive.
I don't know. I think being left-handed is going around again. I think it's
know,
another
man.
plague.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about people that transitioned into left-handed. That's different. I'm talking God-given left-handed, assigned left-handed at birth.
Assigned and by angels.
What about the trans Cherokees? That's a good number too. Could be fighting with the lefties.
The Transakees.
Whoa.
They call it the Transakees. The proud Transakees.
They're very proud people.
Maybe he's
They even have parades.
There's a Family Guy where he was at a casino and he was talking about his ancestor Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Instead of, oh, it's
And just like that, we're canceled.
And,
that was fast.
Edit point at
I'd say we're already canceled, but I mean, we've been doing this over a year. And
47 minutes and 20 seconds.
47:20.
it took us.
Transakees and Iroquois.
Oh, that Indian Outlaw song popped in my head.
My babe, she's a hog jaw. Oh, she don't look at
That song always cracks me up when it comes on.
It's so dumb.
It came on the radio the other day, and my wife had never heard it. And I was like, "Why are you not laughing at this?" She goes, "What is this song?" I was like, "It's the best song that's
Probably
ever
the
been written."
dumbest lyrics anybody ever wanted me to take serious. Ever.
I know growing up listening to that song, I never really paid attention to the lyrics. I just sang the song. And
Just me and my Buffalo Breeze.
Yeah.
Find me in my wigwam, dog.
Beating on my tom-tom.
I'll gather around my TP late at night trying to catch a peek at me and none of the buffalo briefs. Got them standing in line.
one time in our group chat, they didn't respond to any question I had, but they proceeded to take turns quoting the entire song, Indian Outlaw.
I can kill a deer or buffalo. Just my arrow, my hickory bow.
From 100 yards, don't you know?
I do it all the time. I ain't looking for trouble. Grab my pony double, dog.
Like, what are you thinking when you're writing that lyric? We can ride my like nowhere in there does it even specify
What
who
rhymes
he's
with
talking.
trouble? Double. Got it.
But like it doesn't even specify who he's talking to. But in context, it's not anyone you want to ride a pony double with.
That's what makes it even more silly because like the rhyme scheme is like the most simplistic rhyme scheme you got. So it's just like they're just pulling out of a hat. It's like dumb subject material. It's like just find 2 words that rhyme, make it work.
That's why like
It's like those Mad Lib books.
Yeah.
You know?
What are we gonna do? Yeah, we need 2 words that rhyme, and he's an Indian. Go.
Yeah.
remember we'd watch Drake and Josh, and he's trying to come up with a word that rhymes with orange, and he runs into the door and he goes, door hinge. That doesn't rhyme. God, I hate you guys. You know, whenever I said I've not hated a character more than Will Ferrell, I changed my mind. I definitely hate you guys more.
We don't talk about Drake. He's a rapist.
Oh, different. I was like,
That one too, though, probably.
Yeah.
Drake Bell. Drake.
He was the rapee.
I was about to say he was the receiving end of that.
Bell?
Yeah.
No, he got in trouble for statutory recently.
I thought he was acquitted.
Yeah, he was acquitted because he found out that he didn't know her age. She lied about
No,
it.
never mind then.
It was
He's
all
not a
proven.
rapist.
He was just on the new documentary that came out where he talked about.
I don't watch those. I'd watch the YouTube montages of them getting deposed. Like I said, I watch people at their lowest. I don't watch the redemption arcs.
Well, he talked about how his what's the PC way you call them? His assaulter was after they all went to court and everybody wrote letters for him, even though Drake was telling them exactly what was going on. They were like, Drake's lying.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I know about that.
Yeah, that was recent.
I know about that crap. Yeah, where they like nobody backed him up when he was.
And then
It was Dan Schneider too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Same dude's been doing it. Yeah.
And then he was eventually fired from Nickelodeon. Not Drake, the other guy. He was fired from Nickelodeon and then rehired at Disney.
Had you seen his little YouTube interview where he's like, "Oh, it's all bad press." And I said some bad inappropriate things, but
Yeah.
and he got the guy that sold the donuts on iCarly to do the interview. Like it was weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, very staged feeling.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Kind of like the moon landing.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. You should have hired Kubrick.
Yeah.
Should have hired Spielberg. That's
What do you
for
think
sure.
A Space Odyssey is about? 2001.
What?
You know, a lot of it,
It all like it's not about anything until the end. Then the end, you're like, what the
yeah. The, what's the computer?
Al.
Yeah, Al.
Hal.
Hal, yeah.
Owl.
Like, I like, yeah, it's nothing until then AI takes over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Protect him is to kill him.
yeah. And I think it's a warning against the robots taking over.
Did you see the theory that apparently somebody went in and changed Eyes Wide Shut after Kubrick's death and like cut some stuff because Kubrick apparently there's a lot of people that think Kubrick was like telling on Hollywood not to cover this, and then apparently there's been a lot of the movie's details changed. Yeah,
They do this sometimes. You just let them go. It's like a sleepwalker. If you wake them up, you'll get attacked. Just let them go.
he probably has some semblance to what we're talking about though.
I haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, but I
You're
know the
familiar,
song.
yeah.
You talking about Mario
Yeah.
Odyssey? I've played Mario Odyssey.
Let's talk about that.
Bowie or Mario?
Both.
Whatever Caleb.
David Bowie? Or like a Bowie knife.
No, David Bowie. You run it.
David Bowie. Kershaw.
2 different colored eyes. Pretty sick.
Green and red.
Close. It wasn't close at all.
I know what it is. But out of curiosity, what do you think it is?
Is that the movie that says the answer to life and everything is 42?
That's Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy.
Sorry.
That's
Space
numbers.
Odyssey. Space Odyssey is the one where humans are going to colonize Mars. It starts with the chimps that find the monolith. Then the astronauts are in space going, and the AI kind of takes over the ship and kills them. But
I hope you feel real special because if I asked what it is, they would not tell me.
what was it on The Shining? The kid's wearing an Apollo sweater.
Yeah.
Breadcrumbs, dude. Kubrick filmed the movie landing.
Wow.
It's a great show too.
What?
Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is, yeah. I binged it just recently.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't really got wants more time to read books. He's like the last guy on Earth. He's got all these books, but his glasses are broken, so he can't read them. Is how it ends. Thousands of shit, dude.
Yeah, they're always like kind of creepy until they tell you what's actually going on, and then it's like it's not so creepy.
That's like Black Mirror. Black Mirror is just like the new age Twilight Zone. Yeah. You know, I didn't know why they called it Black Mirror.
I don't. I haven't seen the show though.
It's your phone.
I haven't either.
Like whenever your phone's locked, it's black. It's Black Mirror. I knew something.
Out of way.
Okay, that was terrible.
Try again.
Got him.
Yes.
Woo! Got him.
I'm whooping your ass later.
That was great.
I'm gonna wake Banks up from his nap later. Then we'll see who's laughing. I'll be over there going, "Hey, Daniel."
Sorry.
What? I feel like today would have been a great day to play Iron Peril.
What's that?
It's our trivia game.
It's like Jeopardy, but not as fluid.
Like gender fluid.
No, it's pretty gender fluid.
There's a lot of edit points in this episode. I think I actually have a stack of questions over there. Hey, Alan, is there a stack of questions over to your right?
So we've learned that if you have infinite time, Holland is smarter than me. But if you put us on a timer, I can fake smarter than him.
Yeah, he crushes me.
Well, we'll do a few questions just for funsies. Daniel loves trivia.
First time we
Pretty
played,
good at it.
Holland murdered me. Because we were both given the opportunity to answer. And Caleb would give him like 5 minutes to come up with the answer.
I did have an extremely long time to answer.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty obvious between the first time we played and the second time.
Yep.
I got lucky on the categories the second time. I do think trivia is a pretty even match, depending on what we're talking about.
All right, well, here's a conspiracy question. These are in no order. They're just here.
Yeah.
Some theorists claim the Titanic didn't sink in 1912, but was swapped with which nearly identical sister
We already
ship?
had this one on the Iron Pair.
Yeah, I know. These are all the same questions.
Oh, I thought you had new ones. You said there's some quite. I thought you had some that you were going to do it for another time.
No, I'm not that prepared. Do you know the answer?
Yeah, I answered it last time.
Okay, does everybody else know the answer?
I can't remember.
Oh, I give him about 5 minutes. He'll have it.
I've
Well,
heard
he
this
knows the
conspiracy.
two that it would be. He's just decided between the two. I guarantee you. There was three.
Because the one that they think it, or the conspiracy says it was, it's bigger, right? Or it's
I
it's
think
smaller.
it's smaller by like a foot.
Was it the Britannia?
Yeah, there was a Britannic, the Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic.
Yeah.
It's the RMS Olympic. Alrighty. Oh, Dave, you're not allowed to answer this one.
Well, he refused to answer the first one.
Well, Dave's not. I wouldn't allow Dave to answer this one anyway. This is a Beatles. What are you doing over there, Alan? Oh, God.
What just happened? I was so confused.
Man, you actually wear shoes to the podcast, and now you're.
Yeah, I can't feel nothing, so I just looking for it.
Pretty tough to do when you can't feel your feet, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe that was his third step. His leg went.
That's what it was. My foot was somewhere.
All right, so the question is, which Beatles member famously claimed, "We're more popular than Jesus now"? Don't answer, Dave.
Lennon.
Ding.
Lennon.
McCartney wouldn't have been that.
Oh, here we go. How tall was Napoleon?
Oh,
5'7".
we were all around that one. We were like, he's
Short feller.
5'8".
5'6" to 5'7".
Oh.
Which is always wild because I really I always pictured him being a lot shorter.
Well, it was an Englishman made a cartoon of him. He was pretty average for the time, but there was a comic that somebody made in England of him being short, and it just took off.
And it says it was a mix-up between French and English measurements, which does not make sense to me, but that's what they'd put on here. Oh, here we go. You guys didn't get this one last time.
How many meters in one pit?
Yeah, maybe they're like, well, he's 2.5 meters or whatever. And they're like, it's 2.5 feet tall.
Here's a great question that neither one of y'all got right last time. What's Caleb's middle name?
Shit, I would know. Danielle?
Oh, that's his.
Danielle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Clark. Sacagawea.
Clarence.
I guess I'm
Aaron.
not allowed to answer.
Sisyphus.
Reeve.
Yeah, my parents were huge Christopher Reeve fans.
Close. Because my mom, she wanted his middle name to be his first name, but she didn't want people to call him Chris.
Yeah, it's a true story.
He hated the name Chris.
Crystal.
Christian.
That's close.
I only told y'all that twice. We've been friends for a while now. It's fine.
I don't know Hall's middle name either.
Yeah. What's my middle name?
Dutch.
He's got two middle names. The other one's Rudder.
Holland Dutch. Holland Dutch Rudder Millsap. Robert.
No.
Danielle.
Van Cleese.
Sisyphus.
Nailed it.
I feel like it's some simple name.
It is.
Roger.
Brian.
Lloyd.
Okay, I wouldn't have guessed Lloyd. Holland Lloyd Millsaps.
My favorite scene from The Shining is whenever he's talking to Lloyd in the bar.
White man's burden, Lloyd. White man's burden.
That's my favorite line from Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. Our pets' heads are falling off. That cracked me up, guys.
What's the question?
What hero slayed the Minotaur but conveniently forgot to change the sails on his ship, causing his dad to jump off a cliff?
We both got this one wrong last time.
Yeah.
There's too many Greek heroes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm also remembering? I have not published the episode
And like I get
where we played this.
I'm sure.
Odysseus? It wasn't Odysseus.
Yeah.
I'll go and tell you it was not Odysseus.
And like I
I
think
can't
I
believe they don't know that.
and I think I guessed Perseus last time.
You did. Except everybody at home doesn't know that because that episode has not came out. But
So Jason?
Born? No.
Jason and the Argonauts.
The stop motion film's pretty good.
Are you talking about the Little Soldiers movie? Like, No.
It starts with a P. I can't remember what
it's Theseus.
Theseus.
That word's thesis. You got that from something else.
Kim, you think I've ever written a thesis or wrote the word thesis? I haven't. That's stupid.
Join us next week where Caleb reads through the other half of the question silently to himself.
Well, that one was, what type of animal is the main character in Finding Nemo? That's
A fish.
See why that was a stupid question.
Clownfish?
Which Shakespeare play features three witches chanting double, double, toil, and trouble?
Macbeth.
Macbeth. Not to be confused with the Macrib.
The McRib meal this time, dude, $11. They can keep them. Piss
For
off.
what?
McDonald's, yeah. I remember like a few years back, it was $5. It was like a
Yeah.
manager special for a McRib meal. Right now, the McRib meal is like $11.16.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dave's not allowed to answer. What's the name of the fictional band the Beatles performed as in their 1967 album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
Sergeant Pepper.
What was the lead singer's name? Fictional lead singer's name.
Sgt. Culpepper.
They all sing it in unison at the end of the Lonely Hearts Club Band song.
Sgt. Pepper.
Let me introduce to you. Yeah, you've known for all these years, Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band. Don't really want to start the show, but I thought you might like to know the singer's going to sing a song, and he hopes you all sing along. So let me introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears.
Billy Shear.
Which Greek god is known for stealing Apollo's cattle as a baby and inventing the lyre as an apology gift?
Wasn't that Hermes?
Was Hermes.
Yeah.
You can jump in here at any time, Daniel.
Yeah, you know, I'm just letting them, answer these ones.
He's
What
letting
is
us
the
have
U-
the easy ones.
What is
Okay,
the
I'll catch
U.S.
those.
military base in Nevada that conspiracy theorists believe houses alien technology and possibly extraterrestrial life?
Area 51.
I could tell you were about to answer it.
Well, no, that was an easy one.
That's a cake.
They're weird. Man, you use ChatGPT, and sometimes there's like impossible ones in there. There's other ones that have the answer in the question.
Yeah. What modern art piece was famously sold as a functioning banana duct taped to a wall for $120,000, and who was the artist?
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, it's
Neither one of us got it either.
it's a weird. I mean,
Never heard of
it's literally a banana duct taped to a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, that's all it is.
Which I don't understand the question why it says sold as a functioning banana.
Yeah,
What a weird way.
yeah. I mean, because
That's how he sold
This
it for so
banana's
much
display
money.
only.
Yeah.
This is not just a.
You could eat this,
Yeah.
but
This is not a reproduction. This is a genuine article, first edition banana.
yeah, it functions as advertised.
hey, I've got a funny story.
No plantain.
There's the comedian, by the way.
Have you noticed that like banana flavored things don't taste like
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
bananas?
I remember you telling me about this.
It's because when they created the formula for banana flavoring, it was based off of a different banana that is now extinct. The commercially available banana that we used to use, some kind of blight hit it back in like the 40s or something, and that banana is completely gone now. But that's what they based the flavoring on. And so the bananas that we have now, that's the difference in the difference between banana flavoring and our bananas. It's because they're two different species of banana.
Dude, freaking agricultural archaeology is nuts. Like, apparently rice has been domesticated and became wild again and then been domesticated again like 4 or 5 times. Like plants will domesticate themselves. Like there's like wheat, the way seeds fall off of wheat is only useful if it's being farmed. Like in the wild, it wouldn't do that. So you leave wheat alone long enough, a couple generations, it'll quit doing that. But if you farm it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, they'll plant more of me if I do this, and it will adapt to what it is now. It's like most of our modern crops are like nothing like they would be in the wild. It's pretty crazy.
Same way with avocados.
Yeah, avocados have gotten way different. Like they used to be all fucking seed.
Yeah.
Those can just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead with your.
Oh no, I'm done.
Yeah. No, oh well, we're finished.
Ew.
If you didn't, it's on you, dog.
Yeah.
Ours is.
Well,
What else?
Caleb's now lamenting the fact that he didn't make any notes.
yeah, I really got to get better at that. Honestly, I didn't make any notes because we'd pretty much decided we weren't recording this week, and then I was like, I've got some time. Y'all want to record? And then I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Not that I'm really more prepared any other week, but sometimes I am.
Yeah.
Got any dogs?
I do have a couple. Y'all seen that new movie with James McAvoy? See No Evil?
Nope.
Pretty good.
I've seen the previews for it. It looks pretty intense.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is intense. And I won't spoil it or anything. I'll just tell you it's worth a watch.
What's the most embarrassing thing you can tell us about Caleb?
Yeah.
This recording?
Yeah, I'm actually interested.
I don't know. I'll probably think of something later though.
I don't do anything embarrassing.
Slide it in post.
I don't know. I genuinely don't really get embarrassed very often, so I'm pretty much just used to.
What's the most secondhand embarrassment you've had going? Oh my lord, that's my brother. Then
Have you seen me walking around? I look like an idiot.
then you talk and
Everybody knows it.
Okay, secondhand embarrassment. I think I do have a story for this, but it's kind of a stupid story, so I don't know if
I don't believe you. Prove it.
I don't even know if I want to tell it. It's so dumb.
Oh, you do now. Too
But
late.
it's just a weird memory from childhood. But we were playing.
Show me the doll Ray touched you.
we were playing.
that was coming.
It was in youth at church, and we we were playing the limbo or something, and they had made very clear that the rules were your knees cannot touch the ground.
His knees stay on the ground.
I know.
Yeah, where else are they going to go?
Caleb's,
Say, makes his living.
so Caleb goes under it after it gets pretty low, and his knees are on the ground, and he comes running back. He's so excited, and we tell him, like, you're out. You're out. And he was like, I don't know. That's just one of those things.
I don't even remember that. I mean, I definitely know what
I
happened.
mean, yeah, it's hard for me to see you as a limbo champ.
But it's easy for me to see you as a Labrador. Like, oh, I got it.
Did you see that?
See how
They
good
said
I
how
did?
low you can go.
Well,
And I freaking showed him.
I know you can see me doing that. I do that now. Because I totally
So that
lifted
tracks,
that
yeah.
over there. Did you
That
see
tracks.
it? I didn't see it. You must have blinked or something. I just did it. Totally counts.
Totally.
It's like whenever I send my 1-rep squat max, I'm like, that counts, right? Same thing. Like, I nailed it. I only fell for a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was actually just talking about, telling her about whenever we played in our youth praise team, and we played at the homeless center one time, and I thought we were playing a completely different song.
The homeless center.
Yep. I sat down at the drums. Everybody said, all right, we're playing this song. I was like, I tuned everybody out. I was like, all right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Nobody. Everybody looked at me like, what song are you playing? I was like, not that one, I guess.
I don't even remember that.
Hills Bells by AC/DC.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I played drums at one of my high school girlfriend's churches that her dad pastored at, and we played Enter the Sandman. Huh?
Say that again. I could. Your ex-girlfriend's pastor's.
Ex-girlfriend's dad was the pastor of the church.
Okay.
So I played drums at their church, and we played Enter the Sandman while people were walking into the church. That's what he wanted us to play.
Well,
Like, that was not like we just played it. Like,
we played. We made like a. We played a song at church by Papa Roach.
we did.
Lifeline by Papa Roach, and I think about that. I'm like, that was so stupid. Why did we do that?
Yeah,
I will
that's a true
confirm or
story.
deny. We took the lyrics of a hymnal and put them over the music to "Call Me the Breeze," Leonard Skinner's version. Boom, doom, doom, doom. It already sounds like a Southern Baptist song though. Doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom.
All we did was take Lifeline and change like a couple of words.
Yeah, we pretty much kept it the
I
same.
will say the lyrics to "Amazing Grace" also fit perfectly over "House of the Rising Sun." I do that a lot too.
Yeah.
That would be dope, though.
That is dope. That's really cool. Sometimes some people like it.
Depends on the crowd.
Some are a little quiet.
That's one where you take notice of who's looking around. Like while you're playing. You're just... Yep.
I have nothing to add to that. I've never played any music.
Something Colin hasn't done.
It's about
Yeah.
time we find something.
Yeah, I've never learned to play an instrument or sing.
I don't believe you. I bet you're good at it.
No. Hey, so when I was in college, we had to do these things called J terms. It's just a class through the month of January,
It's like a misdemeanor.
and you had to do 3 of them. You had to do 3 of them before you graduated. It was the last year, my last year, that January. I had to take one. You know, it was I skipped a year or whatever. And I took too long to sign up for all the ones that I wanted to do. The only one that was available was one called No Business Like Show Business. We had to put on a
Stellar name.
Eyeliner.
we had to put on a musical theater production,
So yes.
and it was a compilation of song and dance numbers from a bunch of different theater numbers, and so everybody had to try out for a singing part. And so I got my song, whatever it was.
What song was it?
I don't even
If
remember
I were
now.
a rich man.
I don't remember now.
I think you should recreate it for us
But,
right now.
yeah, and so I got mine, and the day that we're trying out, get up there, I start singing. Literally, I'm like 4 words into this song, and they're like, whoa, we'll just give you a speaking part.
Checks out. Now you're on a podcast.
so I ended up having to introduce all the numbers.
I would much rather do that anyways.
Yeah, well, it didn't get me out of any of the dance routines, though.
Well, you got Elvis to Elvis. They wouldn't let you out of that, dog.
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to do? You're the
but so
star of the show. They just so happen to not be able to sing.
so
Every Superman's got their kryptonite. Dog.
yeah. So it was funny. We had so at the end of the class we actually put on the production, and so I was playing football all the time. So the football team they know that I'm in this, so they all show up. The first front 2 rows is just the football team, and they made signs. And like, so I walk out there, I'm getting ready to introduce the opening number or whatever, and
This sounds like High School Musical.
dude holds up a sign that says "Your fly's down."
I just picture him like Bobby Hill doing the pantomime with the dog, with the little black outfit.
And then like one they had a sign that said "I just farted," sign that said "Holland can't dance," just stuff like. Every time I walked out there was a different sign being held up. Man, it was really hard to keep it.
Did you fall in love with the lead actress?
No.
Man, dude, I was about to say you were this close to being High School Musical.
That one guy was Adam DeMamp, I think his name is. It was on Workaholics and High School Music, or not
Adam
Workaholics
Devine.
and
Yeah, Adam Devine.
yeah, his name was DeMamp on the show. On
Yeah.
Workaholics. Oh yeah, Devine. So, anyways, he said when he was on Pitch Perfect, he didn't know what
Dude,
kind
I
of movie it
freaking
was.
love that.
Yeah, he said he went to
Like
he went to go do the tryout or whatever. And he went to go read for it. He's like, I had no idea it was a musical. So he said, I read some lines. And they're like, okay, sing us a song. I didn't know what to do. So I just sang the Full House theme song. Whatever happened to predictability? I got the job.
He said I was getting really into character. I was out in the outside before I walked in.
Yeah, he thought it was a baseball,
I thought it was a baseball
movie or
movie.
something. It's perfect.
He walks in and all these people are like warming up singing. He goes, look at these idiots. They're never going to be able to play baseball.
He said, I had no song ready whatsoever.
And then he killed it.
Yeah, well, I did not. Yeah,
I bet you could have.
she didn't even let me finish my song.
Because she knew you would have just.
Dude, there's too many bras on the stage. That's why.
Yeah, you were going to make everybody else look bad, dude.
Yeah.
When he come out singing Pony by Genuine Dog, I'm just a bachelor.
Holland walked out and he goes, I got this song. This thing, I think I got this one better. Just wait. Hit the track.
Yeah. But yeah, so
Got a little.
I don't sing well enough for school musical theater. So that's
Holland out
that's
there.
like the lowest of the singing pecking order, isn't it?
Hauling out there in a black unitard. My mind is telling me no.
That's why she didn't give you the thing. She knew she wouldn't be able to direct the rest of the play if you were singing.
I remember in high school I had to do an audition for a part, and they wanted me just to do the Pledge of Allegiance for a speaking audition. I couldn't remember it. I was so nervous. I
Our Father who art in heaven.
it was easy to recite the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, I found that several times. Like even in high school, where you do the Pledge of Allegiance every day. Anytime I needed to do it by myself, couldn't tell you anything.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
It's amber waves of grain.
I was cutting a rug down at a place called The Jug with a girl named Linda Lou.
Devil went down to Georgia looking for a soul to steal.
When in walked a man with a gun in his hand.
Sir, I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please.
Our mom cries at that song every year.
I do too, but it's so cringy.
You
That's
cried?
why I cry.
This song is so bad.
First time I heard it, I thought it was written by a 6-year-old. It's so bad.
Turns out there were 12. Embarrassing.
Yeah.
I can honestly say, though, I never auditioned for any singing part ever in my life.
Yeah.
Cool with that. Only reason I did church choir is because Mom made me. And I didn't audition for anything on that.
Yeah.
They
More
said,
of a Make-A-Wish.
Caleb, you sit over there. I, to this day, have no idea what section I was in. I just know I sat somewhere and sang words. Other than that, no idea.
I bet you have a lovely singing voice.
I guarantee I do. When I'm by myself, I crush it, dude.
When he's in the shower singing In the Middle by Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
I don't even know that song.
He's on Guitar Hero. You know that.
It just takes some time.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy who's used to make YouTube videos. Adventure Drums. He was awesome. But he interviewed that drummer, and he was like, your concerts, like, Jimmy Eat World, that's a real popular song. I don't think anybody actually knows the words. It's like, your crowd's just like, it just takes some time. Everything will be just. He was like, no, they know the words. I don't think you do. Then he spent.
I said just a little bit of Alka-Rye.
Yeah.
I was like, this must be some kind of
I'm pretty sure I've been singing Apple Rye my entire life.
He spent a good 15 minutes asking him, so is it Jimmy Eat World or like Jimmy Eat World? Like, what's the emphasis on? The guy's like, nobody's ever asked Jimmy Eat World. I guess it's on Eat. Maybe it's on World. Jimmy Eat World.
That's like whenever Daniel Tosh interviewed Krispy Kreme, or Froggy Fresh now, Tyler Cassidy, and he said, in your song you say you have 400 houses and 400 mouses. So he goes, yeah. So like you have like 400 landlines, or and he goes,
I got 2 phones.
I probably have 2 cell phones, one for each 200.
One for 100 houses and one for the other 100. He's one of the greatest character actors like of all time.
Tyler Cassidy?
Yeah.
Dude, freaking love him. Do you see he wrote the song openly saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Says, give an N-word a break.
That's not jam, son. That's church, dude.
No
that
one questions
slaps.
that. This little white
I haven't
dude.
said that to you?
Oh, dude, he kills
That's
it.
an all-time bop.
Dude,
I know I said the
this
shit
little
out
white
to you.
dude. Oh, yeah. This little white dude sitting at a piano in what looks to be his grandma's house.
Same dude that sings Your Boyfriend's a Bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your boyfriend's a bitch.
Also a banger.
Yeah.
But he's just a little white dude sitting in what looks to be his grandma's house playing an old piano, just phone right here, just killing it, dropping the M-word.
One of the best blues heaters of the last 50 years.
And like no one questions it at all. Like the amount of times I've seen black people do reactions to that going, oh yeah. I was like,
It's the jam, dude.
I think he's finally done it. I think he's finally broke the walls here.
What was the one somebody bought one of their like his little songs for their friend, and he made fun of him, like said he was a gay cop. He learned that little cop
Dude,
crap.
that one killed me.
I can't remember the chorus of that one. I like
don't
the
either.
Ian one too. Somebody save Ian, because I don't want to see him with a 40-year-old gold digging European.
What was the gay cop one?
I remember.
I can see what he's wearing and everything.
He's wearing like really short black shorts, the tightest cop shirt he could find, little handcuffs around his feet.
Dude, whenever he started to launch that, where he was doing custom songs for
He
people.
should have been doing that for years.
Oh yeah, I remember then going, dude, like I would love to buy one, and then I looked to buy one, and it was like $400 to get a custom song and video and everything. And he'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But then he'll also post it on his stuff, so you're pretty much paying for an advertisement. But either way, I was like, who's going to pay $400 for this stuff? He's backed up. Like you can't even, the last time I looked, you can't even buy one because he's like months out. Like people, like both businesses, people just buying one for their friends. Everybody's buying this stuff.
That's not the perfect job though. Like he's killed it.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you stop and work on something for too long, I know me anyways, I'll never finish it because I'll just always keep doing it. But if you've got like, okay, this guy's giving me $100, I got a week to come up with a dumb song, like crank them out. I bet he's just no problem writing this shit.
And I think one thing he doesn't get props for, how well produced is his stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the sound quality's phenomenal.
you've
The
got-
videos are hilarious, but they're really simple.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, it's just like a parody type song, and you don't really look far into it. But like, especially since I've started doing the podcast, you start paying attention to how good is the sound quality, how good is the video, and how well is all of it edited and mixed together. This dude is on point. He built a whole set. Like if you look, he's got built like 4 small rooms that's in his house, I'm assuming, or somewhere, and he's just painted each one different colors. So now he's got different sets for each song. So he'll just move around doing different videos in front of each one, and that makes his videos. Changes the lighting and everything. Like the dude's, he's figured it out.
Yeah.
Then he got like really cut because he was going to do a boxing match that got canceled.
Yeah, because I dubbed Punk.
He was only like yay tall too. I'd love to watch him box somebody because I think it'd be hilarious.
Stacked though, dude.
Yeah, he is. I always want to know what's the deal with his little tattoo. He's got like the sun. I just want to know what's up with it.
He's the baddest of them all, dog.
So Tyler Cassidy,
if you ain't about money, he don't mess with y'all.
it's okay, Beyonce. I think you're cute
I
too.
don't get girls because I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. You know, he's from like Michigan or something.
I believe it.
Yeah. But so is Billy String.
I only know weird people come from Michigan, so I mean,
is-
it checks out.
It's wild to me that Billy Strings is.
He's got his soul, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Weird to you too.
You know that Dustin the Bag song he wrote for some like songwriting competition? Like he never even liked it. He was like,
Yeah.
I just seen it, my buddies liked it, but I just kind of did it for a contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, a banger.
You know who Billy Strings is?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I like Turmoil and Tinfoil. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I wish I could flat pick just a little bit.
Yeah. I'd like to be 1/4 as good as Billy Strings at anything, or half as good as Jerry Reed. That'd be cool too. Slams, dude.
Jerry Reed's underestimated.
Yeah, one of the greatest guitar players to ever walk the freaking earth. Period.
Like, he does not get enough credit.
No. So I visit him and George Jones every time I go to Nashville. They're in the same cemetery. Jerry Reed's in the mausoleum kind of thing.
Cool.
Right down from Little Jimmy Dickens. They're everybody, Porter Wagner, like there's all kinds of people there. It's still like operating too. If you go by, they'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, oh, I'm just here to visit some of the celebrity graves. They'll give you a map. Oh, here's where everybody's at. Like, a lot of, like Tootsie that founded Tootsie, she's buried in there. Like, there's a bunch of them. It's like one exit outside of Nashville. George Jones, there's room around him. Me and Cody thought about going half in on a plot. The first one that needed gets it.
I can see y'all doing that.
Yeah, it's the Garden of the Grand Tour. Like right down from him is Johnny Paycheck. It's pretty cool. Rob Baronis, he's played for the Titans. He's down there. Pretty cool. Yeah, Jerry Reed's in there.
I could see you buying that and Jessica saying, "Where am I going to get buried?" I don't know.
I don't know. Just shoot me, throw me in there, and you figure it out later. I got to get it before Cody. Get our money's worth.
Gotta get in there.
I got to get there before Cody does. Yeah.
Don't want to waste that money.
You're at Cody's funeral.
Son
Damn
of a
it!
bitch. Yeah.
Got me again.
He didn't call dibs.
Get him out. Get him out of there. He never paid his half.
Caitlin, I hate to break it to you, but he was cheating on you those last few months. I don't know.
Throw him in the river.
Yeah, I think we should have him cremated.
Just go up and hug Caitlin. I really hate to say it now, but
Did he talk about cremation with you as much as he talked about it with me last year?
he always said
It
he
seemed to
wanted.
be really heavy on his mind for some reason. Odd. I mean, now it seems like maybe it was a premonition, but
And he always said he really felt like I needed this. So if you could just pull him back up.
we jokingly used to always call that place Dave's Hole. Lovingly.
Then someone will suggest, why don't you both get cremated and put in there?
No, that's gay.
No, get him out.
George Jones would get up and walk out and rearrange this somewhere else.
He'd get up. No, leave.
Johnny Paycheck would get out and spit on it.
How dare you suggest that Johnny Paycheck spits like a Frenchman?
He did it first.
You know, apparently he was with Patsy Cline, and they were doing a tour, but they would travel more or less with like a fair at the time.
Yeah.
And she had this big, brand new pink Cadillac convertible. And at night, there was a fence around the fairgrounds. They'd fence it off, and everybody that was working there would just stay in their little tents and stuff there. So they were fenced in, and he got absolutely obliterated, hammered, and thought, I'm going to steal this big pink Cadillac. So he gets in it and drives, and the guards won't let him out of that gate. So he goes to the other side. Those guards won't let him out. He drives around all night looking for a place to get out. They find him passed out and out of gas in her car in the middle of the fairgrounds the next morning. Good times. Was it Merle Haggard that tried to break into a bar that was open? I think he had to do a night in jail for breaking into a bar that was open. Apparently his buddy on the bar, he's like, dude, I was working the bar. Somebody was beating the hell out of the back door. It was Merle. I was like, dude, go away. You're hammered. He's like, open this place up. He's like, we are open. That's how drunk you are. We're open. Quit banging on this back door. Get out of here. He would not quit beating on the back door. He's like, I called the cops. If he just walked around, he could have walked in the front door. I called the cops. He was still beating on the back door trying to break into the bar that was open. Pretty sure it was Merle.
That reminds. I was watching this thing about Aerosmith, and they were talking about like when they decided that they needed to like clean up. You know, what's the guitarist's name for Aerosmith?
Joe Perry.
Yeah, Joe Perry. He was talking.
Joe Perry.
Steve Perry.
Steve
Perry.
Perry.
No, Steve Perry's Journey.
It's Joe Perry.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
But he was talking and said that the song came on the radio while they were there. It was one of their songs. Said Steven Tyler was like really getting into it, and he was like, "Man, we need to cover this." And he was like, "Dude, this is us."
Steven Tyler's out there.
That was when they were like, "Oh, we need to clean up."
Fun fact, you know Joe Perry's middle name?
Nope.
Daniel.
Don't believe you.
Shouldn't. You really shouldn't.
I saw Steven Tyler on Joe Rogan a few years ago. Like they waited too late to clean him up. But he's gone, dude.
Yeah, we were just talking about that yesterday. Whenever he announced his retirement, whenever he did, I was like, I thought he already did.
He retired 10 years ago. Nobody told him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
You know, Sweet Emotion is like their best song, I think, and it's just because they were pissed at each other. So Joe Perry had a girlfriend that Steven Tyler could not stand. So Steven Tyler wrote that song about not liking his girlfriend. So he was pissed off. So he was playing his guitar kind of angry, and he'd come up with the doom 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 doom. So they were just pissed off at each other. Made the best Aerosmith song. Kind of like all of Fleetwood Mac's Rumors.
Yeah.
So we need to get pissed off at each other to make a really good episode.
I can't stay mad at Holland.
Yeah. I mean, it's a curse.
like the show The Monk. It's a gift and a curse, but mostly a gift. You seen that show?
Monk.
Tony Shalhoub. He's a detective with.
Bless you.
That's not a real name. Yeah.
That is his real name.
Shaloub.
Yeah, Tony Shalhoub.
It's his real name.
That's an old show.
It is an old show.
He's a
Yeah, they just
detective,
made a
right?
movie.
Yeah, he's a detective that where he has like debilitating OCD. So he just notices when things are not where they're supposed to be.
Shaloub sounds like something you'd buy at the Aldi's adult section.
Aldi's has an adult section?
No, but if,
If
they,
they
did, you'd
did.
have
Oh, I
Shaloub
was
in
like,
it.
Yeah, that's where you.
I haven't been to Aldi's in a while, but
Yeah.
it's like the adult section in Japan. Like walking around the store, they have some pretty risque things just out. And then when we came up to the
Like my penis. Just out every time I'm in Japan.
all right, so we go up the escalator and there's the adult section, and I was like, curiosity's going to get me because if they've got all this out here, what are they not willing to put out in the open?
Like Bibles.
So we didn't go back there, Mom. But they didn't have anything interesting back there. Like, we walked back there, and I was like,
Like checkbooks.
it's the same stuff.
Calculators.
Geritol.
Anywho's or what's there. I think
Keurig K-Cups.
I think now's a great time to stop the
Post-it notes.
bleeding. So, anybody got anything else to add? Thank God. Daniel, thanks for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, it was
Hope Dave didn't scare you too bad.
No, just a little.
Okay.
We go back.
Ew.
Dave's point is to scare the guests just the right amount, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep meaning to swap them, but they keep swapping back. So, doesn't matter how many times I move the chairs. Anywho's or what's her? To end on a quote, ask not for a lighter burden, but for broader shoulders.
And back.
Unknown.